be that the federal government
Oxygen.
This kind of looks like tripping hard. You're eating a lot of mushrooms? A little bit, yeah. Only when you close your eyes, though.
Marks with a pussy would be breathtaking. It would be so pink, you need to make sure to...
Destiny says that about everything trippy? No, not really, actually. I usually only restricted to a few things. I think there's a lot of bad representations of being on drugs.
You gnome fuck!
Hi Destiny, cool new lighting setup. You should tie it to the volume of your voice. Louder it turns red, softer it turns blue. A friend argued that taxing the rich Biden's plan would disincentivize businesses from growing and specifically hurt small businesses.
Cool.
I remember your older economics talk about marginal tax, but I wanted to hear your thoughts. Not enough characters to X.
You gnome fuck!
Good one.
Plus son ignore me, Papa Benelli Dan can ignore me but not Daddy Density Pep Hands. Destiny, is it smart to buy Tesla stock?
Go for it, dude. Good luck.
When is the OnlyFans dropping, Daddy?
Ask your mom. Wait, what is this? interest. Okay. Article of the day. Good luck. The cases where Amy Coney Barrett's presence on the Supreme Court could make a difference immediately. This article is by Amelia Thompson Devoe, published yesterday. It's official. Amy Coney Barrett will be the country's next Supreme Court justice. She was confirmed by a 52 to 48 vote margin and will be sworn in by Justice Clarence Thomas at the White House tonight, just in time for Election Day. Barrett's ascension to the court was incredibly swift. Her confirmation hearing started less than a month after Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg's death, and this is the closest to an election a Supreme Court confirmation vote has been held. I'm pausing all of these.
BC better than RGB making UM8D.
Good one. Something that was also funny is McConnell apparently retired the Senate until after the election too, so no stimulus is coming to any American before the election. Notably, though, despite this accelerated timeline, Barrett emerged relatively unscathed from her confirmation hearings. This is quite a feat considering both the partisan nature of the hearings and the looming questions over whether the rush to confirm her jeopardizes the court's legitimacy. Barrett's confirmation is incredibly consequential, too, as she will likely shift the center of gravity away from Chief Justice John Roberts and toward the right edge of the court's conservative wing, which could potentially result in rulings that are significantly outside the mainstream of public opinion. We won't have to wait long to see how Barrett rules either. She faces a slew of hot-button cases right off the bat, including a dispute over religious liberty exemptions, a challenge to the Affordable Care Act, and several cases involving controversial Trump administration policies, not to mention any election-related fights that make their way to the court in the next few weeks, plus the fact that Mississippi recently asked the Supreme Court to consider its 15-week abortion ban, which directly challenges Roe v. Wade. Why Barrett is poised to remake the Supreme Court. As we've written before, it's hard to know exactly how a nominee to the Supreme Court will rule until they've actually sworn in and begun weighing in on cases. But we do have data on Barrett's 3 years as a judge on the 7th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals, and as you can see in the chart below, she was very conservative. Barrett is one of the most conservative 7th Circuit judges. Estimated probability of casting a conservative vote for each judge on the 7th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals. It seems that she is one of the most conservative judges on that court. We looked at 2 separate analyses of her record on the court this month, and we found whether it was in regular opinions or in special en banc decisions, in which the entire appeals court ruled together, she was consistently on the rightmost edge, if not the most conservative judge on the bench. What does this mean? En banc decision. In bench session, which in law. Hold on. Oh, Wikipedia's over here. Oh, so this is just when all the judges are making a decision, I guess? Those findings underscore the idea that Barrett is likely to be a reliable conservative vote in the court, and her confirmation is even more significant because she's replacing one of the court's stalwart liberals. If Barrett ends up being ideologically similar to Justice Samuel Alito, who is currently the second most conservative judge on the Supreme Court, her replacement of Ginsburg could be one of the biggest ideological swings in modern court history. Jesus Christ, this looks like a fucking Back to the Future timeline graph. I don't know how the fuck I'm supposed to... Oh, this is just ranking where the judges ideologically rank, I guess? I don't know. So yeah, okay, gotcha. So it's showing that this was Ginsburg is the green and now being replaced over here by Somebody that would be similar to Alito. I understand now. Jesus. In this scenario, Justice Brett Kavanaugh would replace Roberts as the court's new median justice, which could lead to a significant rightward turn on the court, as Roberts is often the lone conservative justice to side with the liberals. He has cast several recent pivotal votes with the liberals, too, including a dispute in which the justices deadlocked 4-4 on whether to halt a Pennsylvania Supreme Court decision that allowed state officials to count ballots that arrived up to 3 days late. With Barrett on the court, though, Roberts would lose that swing justice role. In the short term, that means election-related cases could have very different outcomes, even including a new iteration of the Pennsylvania case which Republican officials recently brought back to the court. And in the long term, conservative legal advocates may respond by bringing even more ambitious cases questioning long-held precedents. The hearings could have gone much worse for Barrett and the court. The idea of confirming anyone to replace Ginsburg before the election was quite unpopular only a few weeks ago. While it's true that most Supreme Court confirmation hearings are pretty partisan these days, around the time Barrett was named as the nominee, a majority of Americans said they wanted the winner of the election to choose the next justice. And polling by The Economist in mid-October also found that Barrett was the most unpopular nominee in Supreme Court history. Now, though, Americans may actually have warmed to the idea of Barrett joining the court before Election Day. According to tracking polls by Morning Consult, support for confirming Barrett rose from 37% when she was nominated to 51% after the hearings were over, and a Gallup poll conducted during Barrett's confirmation hearings found a similar result. Notably, according to that Gallup poll, this was substantially higher than the share who wanted the Senate to confirm Justice Brett Kavanaugh in 2018, and is even slightly higher than the support previous nominees since 1987 has received on average. My guess is that these all hover anywhere from like 40 to 60% because they probably fall down party lines like pretty hardcore. To be sure, this isn't universal support for Barrett's confirmation. Partisan opinion on her confirmation is really divided. According to Gallup, only 15% of Democrats wanted the Senate to vote to confirm her, for instance. A deep partisan divide in support isn't a good sign for the court in general either, as it can reinforce perceptions that the court itself is a partisan institution. But Barrett could have emerged a lot less popular from her hearing, which is why the level of support she does enjoy is pretty notable, especially when you consider most Americans agreed that she'd push the court to the right, 54% in that Morning Consult poll. Barrett will be interesting. It's interesting how most Americans think that she'd push the court right, but also are okay with it, when we have all these lefties online telling us that the average American is like almost a fucking socialist that wants Medicare for all, gay pansexual rights for all, extreme protections from, like, it's I don't know how to, man, I really wonder how lefties reconcile their view of reality with what reality actually is. Although I know the answer to that. They never have to reconcile those views because they surround themselves in echo chambers where they'll just jerk each other off and they never have to actually consult real-world polling data. But Barrett will be immediately faced, Barrett will be faced with highly controversial cases immediately. Barrett could be immediately faced with tough decisions, too, including voting on the fate of ballot deadlines in several states. There are a number of important or even precedent-altering cases at stake, too, and considering that the Roberts Court has already been overturning more precedents with slim 5-4 majorities than any other court in modern history, that trend could further accelerate with Barrett on the court. The day after the election, for instance, the justices will hear a case in which they're being asked to reconsider a 30-year-old religious liberty precedent. In that case, the justices will consider whether that precedent makes it too hard for religious people to sue for exemptions. The majority opinion in that precedent-setting case, Employment Division v. Smith, was actually written by the late conservative Justice Antonin Scalia. But 4 of the current conservative justices have already signaled that they may be willing to strike it down. Barrett could overrule it and make it much easier for non-discrimination provisions to be challenged by religious litigants. Let's look up this case real quick. This is relevant to our conversation today. Antonin Scalia. Antonin Scalia. Antonin, isn't it Anton Scalia? What is Antonin? Anton Scalia. I don't know. Okay. Employment Division, Department of Human Resources of Oregon versus Smith. Antonin Scalia. Antonin? Why did I always think it was Anton? Anton Scalia. Antonin. Okay, whatever. It's a United States Supreme Court case that held The state could deny unemployment benefits to a person fired for violating a state prohibition on the use of peyote, even though the use of the drug was part of a religious ritual. Although states have the power to accommodate otherwise illegal acts performed in pursuit of religious beliefs, they are not required to do so. Okay, hold on. Fuck, that was complicated. So it held that the state could deny unemployment benefits to a person fired for violating state prohibition on the use of peyote, even though the use of the drug was part of a religious ritual. Okay, gotcha, okay. Alfred Leo Smith and Galen Black were members of the Native American Church and counselors at a private drug rehabilitation clinic. They were fired because they had ingested peyote, a powerful entheogen? As part of the religious ceremonies as members of the Native American Church. At the time, intentional possession of peyote was a crime under Oregon law without an affirmative defense for religious use. Counselors filed a claim for unemployment compensation with the state, but the claim was denied because the reason for the dismissal was deemed work-related misconduct. The Oregon Court of Appeals reversed that ruling, holding that denying them unemployment benefits for their religious use of peyote violated their right to exercise religion. The Oregon Supreme Court agreed, although it relied not on the fact that peyote was used, that peyote use was a crime, but on the fact that the state's justification for withholding the benefits, preserving the financial integrity of the workers' compensation fund, was outweighed by the burden imposed on the employees' exercise of their religion. The state appealed to the U.S. Supreme Court, again arguing that denying unemployment benefits was proper because possession of peyote was a crime. Interesting. How do we feel like they should have ruled? Should you be allowed to do drugs? Why wouldn't they be fired for wrongful termination instead of unemployment benefits? Why wouldn't they have sued for that? Just because you're religious, you probably shouldn't be able to do crazy fucking drugs that are illegal. Like if I made a religion and consumed heroin, your issue would be with the drug laws. I don't think there should be a religious exemption there. That seems a little bit. But yeah, that seems stupid. That religious exemption seems dumb to me. Okay, so let's see. So the U.S. Supreme Court let stand the Oregon Supreme Court's judgment regarding the two employees and returned the case to the Oregon courts to determine whether or not sacramental use of illegal drugs violated Oregon state laws. On remand, the Oregon Supreme Court concluded that while Oregon drug law prohibited consumption of illegal drugs sacramental religious uses, this prohibition violated the free exercise clause. The state asked the U.S. Supreme Court to review the second decision on the Oregon, agreed to do so. In early rulings, the court had decided that the government could not condition access to unemployment insurance or other benefits on an individual's willingness to give up conduct regarding religion. However, the Supreme Court did not find this principle also applied when the conduct question is justifiably prohibited by law. Particular importance is the fact that the Oregon law was not directed at Native Americans' religious practice specifically, thus it was deemed constitutional and applied to all citizens. So the Supreme Court basically said, if I'm understanding correctly, if you want, you can, if something is illegal, you can act on that even if it's like part of somebody else's religious bullshit. If somebody like does a drug and they're like, oh, it's part of my religion, as long as the law is justifiable, the public good or whatever, if the law is justifiable, then they don't need an exemption there. Fuck you, is basically what the Supreme Court said, I think. It is a permissible reading of the United States. The permitting is not the object of the land, but merely the incidental effect of generally applicable, otherwise valid provision. The First Amendment has not been offended to make an individual's obligation to obey such a law contingent upon the law's coincidence with his religious beliefs, except where the state's interest is compelling, permitting him by virtue of his beliefs to make a law unto himself, contradicts both constitutional tradition and common sense. To adapt a true compelling interest requirement for laws that affect religious practice would lead toward anarchy. So who wrote this? Wait, is this Antonin Scalia? Is he the one that wrote this? I'm guessing this is Scalia since it said he penned the opinion, I think, maybe. So this is basically saying that if you can just make exemptions for religion all the time, then shit would get fucked, basically. Click the 2. Oh, thanks. 494 US. Fuck all this shit. That's Oregon Supreme Court, not Federal Supreme Court. Oh. Wait, is it? I thought that they sent this back to the Supreme Court for review. But, okay, whatever, I don't care. Okay. Sorry, hold on. We got a Twitch chatter. Sounds like I'd prefer this streamer guy to do stuff that's in his wheelhouse and not speak about everything like he's a fucking expert. Are we not informed enough to read a 538 article? Mynock87, you want to hop in Discord, my dude? Feel free to jump in. Okay, the majority opinion in that precedent-setting case, Employment Division versus Smith, was actually written by the late conservative Justice Antonin Scalia, but four of the current conservative justices have already signaled they may be willing to strike it down. Barrett could overrule that and make it much easier for non-discrimination provisions to be challenged by religious litigants. I'm guessing this is all the conservative people, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And a week after the election, a case involving the constitutionality of the Affordable Care Act will come before the court in which the justices could declare the entire law invalid. Another important signal will be whether Barrett's presence on the court gives conservatives a fourth vote to hear a case involving Mississippi's 15-week abortion ban, which the state attorney general described as an ideal vehicle for clarifying how the court's precedents on abortion should be interpreted. There are also several important Trump administration policies on the docket a little later this term, including the administration's attempt to exclude undocumented citizens from the census count used for redistricting, and whether Trump unconstitutionally commandeered Congress's power when he diverted Defense Department funds to expand the border wall with Mexico. Given that several recent Supreme Court decisions on Trump administration policies, including an attempt to add a question about citizenship to the 2020 census, split 5-4, with Roberts casting a deciding vote with the liberals against the Trump administration, Barrett's presence on the court could make a decision in favor of Trump more likely. Barrett made it through her confirmation hearings mostly without controversy, but we'll see whether that lasts. It won't take long to get a sense for just how far the Supreme Court's conservatives are willing to go now that they hold a decisive majority for the first time in decades. Fun.
Look who it is. I felt like dressing up because I comped for him today. I comped for him. Like that boy. I'm gonna be downstairs today, so it's that way people can actually see what I'm doing. And I have a ladder. I'm putting the computer on. The step ladder. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. Everything's fine. Yes. Where is everybody? Also, how are you, honey? What? Seriously? Oh my God, wait, I could be practicing right now. Oh. I might hang up in a everybody's vacuuming downstairs, so I'll just wait till they're done vacuuming and go practice again. I'm singing. Yeah, I was just practicing for an hour and I want more. Just want more singing, more high notes. Okay. You shaved. You're smooth. Oh yeah, I can. Yeah, it's this light. It's because it's light. I couldn't see. Still cute though. Oh well, this is good then. Well. Wow. Wait, why are we not meeting right now? But we can do group bonding. But I want to talk with everybody and catch up and see how they were instead of just doing business. But I guess we're incapable of doing that, apparently. Oh, now that these are flopping weird now. Oh well. I might put a bobby pin in here just to keep it Keep it in place. There we go. What did you do today? Nice. I'm very proud of you. Oh, thanks, babe. Thanks. I'm working on it. Let me hold on. Yeah, I've been working on it. I have a lot more work left to do tonight. Yes. Today had a lot of shit come up in the middle of the day. Had surprise meetings. Yes, Dr. Fuchs wanted to meet with me in the middle of the day. What? What's secret turtle? See. Oh yeah, I was saying secret turtle, and I was like, what? This is a secret turtle. All right, I'm gonna go sing some more. Okay. Not that I don't love talking to you, but I hate it. I that's why I call you every night, just so I can loathe my life more. I hate it. No, I would stay on this call, but I'm gonna go sing. So I'll be back. I'm just gonna keep my computer. I'm just gonna pause and mute and walking downstairs. I'll say hi to my mom and my dad. Okay. I'll say hi to Lauren. Lauren, are you decent? I'll say hi to Matthias. He says hi. What are you working on, Lauren? Yeah. I'm so proud of you. What unit are you on currently?
We are on chapter 2, which is our 4th unit, because we've done like 2 other dumb ones. And yeah.
What are you learning?
We are learning all the stuff.
Perpendicular. Oblique is complementary? Supplementary? Oh my god. Oh, she asks you for definitions sometimes, so make sure you have definitions. Yeah, she'll ask you like 2 questions about like what's the definition of this thing. Okay, bye. Yeah. I do. Matthias says hi.
Hey, Matthias. Come on. What are you up to?
We're just swing live streams.
Gotcha.
Dad is
She
trying.
roped you in again.
What? No, this is for swing.
Oh,
Swing
okay.
dance.
I thought she roped you into another. Free. Oh, gotcha.
Well, you're on the board, so
Gotcha.
not exactly free, but you're dry walling.
I'm doing hard work.
Yeah, I can see. Very good.
Yes.
And then we have a choice of various dental bites to pick from. I don't know why we're repainting this room, but they all kind of look the same, but I'm fine. I'm fine. Mom, do you want to say hi? Okay, fine. Okay, bye. I'm gonna sing my song one more time, so see ya.
LOL, the Destiny bandwagon.
Ready. I missed a juicy fuck at in YouTube chat the next time that law professor comes on.
There's no way that Hitler wouldn't have known. Well, the thing is that this is probably true, or it seems to be true. There is no specific, like, part, there is no specific order from Hitler saying kill all Jewish people. Like, that order doesn't exist. And people will, like, discredit, like, Himmler and everybody else related to the SS and the Nazi Party. They'll discredit everybody else saying, like, oh, well, these guys say that Hitler approved of their work and what they were doing, but the only reason they say that is just because they wanted his approval. Like, Hitler didn't actually approve of or know of any of this stuff. Like, it's like they just do, like, a bunch of, like, logic warping shit like that to get to their opinions. Fuck, I don't know if that made sense. Sorry, I'm, like, in the middle of a game. Or, I fucked my build up. Do you know Sean Evans' podcast, Behind the Bastards? He's the guy from the Hitler book. Sean Evans? No, wait, I thought his name was John Evans. It's not Sean Evans, is it? Didn't Hitler order a final solution for the Jews? Yeah, but they always said that, like, it's just that final solution was like moving them out or doing something different.
I am so glad I didn't vote for evil Hillary Clinton and instead voted for a candidate who had no chance. Oh. Time to have my own father's rape baby.
Jesus Christ. Did you ever have to deal with the American concentration camp arguments? Nope, I haven't even heard of those. This should be started by like 1:35. I'm like getting later and later.
Illumina is Minecraft's most prestigious and well-known speedrunner. He's even been flown out by Mojang themselves to compete in a Minecraft competition in person, and he won. He currently holds the speedrun world record for Minecraft 1.7, and he has also held the 1.14 speedrun world record over 5 times, although the current world record holder is me. This video, he has to try and speedrun and beat Minecraft before I can hunt him down and stop him. If I kill him 1 time, I win. If he beats the Ender Dragon, he wins. Then we switch and he hunts me. This is Minecraft Manhunt matchup.
I wish I could.
Illumina.
How about you don't come over here?
Over
How about you
where
leave me
exactly?
alone? This is like, I feel like people could do this challenge and like go insane. Like actually,
Fire hardware. You have iron now. That is good for you.
that could mean that, yeah.
Ooh, you missed the shipwreck, or did you get it? You might have gotten it.
Who knows?
Buried treasure map. Should I go for a buried treasure? Get some diamonds.
It's an investment, yeah. It could pay off.
How is there no iron, actually?
You look harder.
I'm talking about in a shipwreck chest.
Oh wow, really? No iron in a shipwreck?
No? Well, usually there's tons
That's
of iron
crazy.
and emeralds.
Yeah,
and
that's pretty insane.
Yeah, I've probably gotten like 15 iron from 1 shipwreck before. Maybe more.
Yeah. Which is what I thought of. And I think that's why 1.14 could be very good.
Oh, Illumina! Oh god.
Dream! Get away!
Come here!
Get away!
I'm right on your tail.
No. Why would you do this to me?
No!
No, you don't! No, you
No!
don't! No, you
No!
don't!
Alright, I need iron.
Oh. I was so scared.
If I could have stayed on that tree, I probably could have got you because I snuck up on you so hard.
I didn't even like
Come on.
consider the possibility you could be. I don't know why I'm so stupid. I didn't think you'd be there.
I was just lying about the shipwreck. Dang it. All right. Well,
Why did I believe you?
that has set me back
why was
a little bit. I will get my revenge. I will come back. I will kill you. There's no doubt about it.
I will use the stone hoe to make a farm.
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, you're right. I dropped the stone hoe to you. Do not end me, skeleton.
Yes. 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 I could be hallucinating. I'm trying to build a house.
Well, you're not supposed to build a house in Manhunt. That's not how this goes.
I did.
All right. Well, I think I will avoid you for now because you have.
Yeah. Do you think you can take me? Do you want to try?
I mean, probably not. I don't really want to try, honestly.
But what if I took on you? Then you would have nothing.
Well, that's true.
Oh.
That is true.
I think I know what I want to do now.
What do you want to do?
Get away from the lava.
Why?
I don't like that. Come up here. Are you scared?
I'm not scared. I'm a tad scared. Okay, maybe a little bit. I only have a chest plate. Maybe I'm a little scared.
I see your tricks. You think I want to come up there and then you're gonna hit me off? I may not be like George, you know. I'm not.
Oh,
you know, I know how to play this game.
Here. It's fine. Just come here.
Okay, this is the situation. You have the high ground, and to the right there's lava, which you could hit me in.
I'm not gonna hit you in the lava. That's just that's unfair play.
And why would that stop
I
you?
am mismatched. I have only a chest plate. You are fully fueled up. I am basically naked.
Oh, this looks scary to me. I don't know if I should.
You can try.
I don't know if I should
go for it.
I mean,
oh god.
I just immediately.
I mean, I don't want this fight. I don't appreciate this fight. This fight is very scary.
Okay. You know what? I'll leave. I'll go. I'll leave you alone.
I don't have many blocks. I kind of want blocks before I engage in a fight like this.
I agree. Well, I'm happy I built my house. If you destroy it, I'm gonna be very upset. So
I'm
don't
going
do
back
that.
just to destroy it right now, just because.
No. My house must stay for the memes.
I may or may not be on your tail.
Stop. I wonder if that's the fastest nether on Manhunt.
Wonder, it might be actually. It might be. Could be.
I got insanely lucky right there. Like
probably is. Yeah. If you like spawned in the fortress, it probably is.
It was really close. I'm so committed into just keeping this.
Keeping my stone hoe. You've stolen my stone hoe.
It's a good luck charm.
That's all right. Now I have full diamond, and I'm coming to kill you.
Not possible. If I see you with diamond armor, I might disconnect just from being scared.
I did say in one of my live streams that, in my opinion, you're the best Minecraft player in the world. So we'll see if
I do remember that very well.
You added ! simp to your Twitch chat and have that.
I didn't add that. Okay, my mods do all that.
Yeah. Blame it on your mods. I see how it is.
Well, I know I'm not like going fully straight. I'm just saying like I have been going north this entire time, right? So.
Oh no, you're going south right now.
Okay, I can't listen to you. I can't listen to this man anymore.
I have been going north this entire time. Is going south.
I'm trying to get into your head. What would Dream do?
What would Dream?
If I was Dream and I was the hunter right now, what would I be doing?
I hear you trading. What a deal.
I'm not trading.
Oh, I mean, I heard you trading. I hear you doing the shift click thing.
Is that me trading? Oh!
Come here, Illumina. Come here. Ideally, your plan would be stay near this village.
You know what? You probably have a bed somewhere close.
Do I?
I think it's possible. Unless you just... What are you doing? No! Stop it! Stop!
Why? I want them to die.
Stop it!
I want them to die. I want
These
all
are
the villagers to die.
These are my villagers. Get
they?
away.
Ah! No! Come on. Come fight. Come out to play. Ah! Come on, Illumina! Trying to use
Oh
sand.
god.
Come here!
Oh,
Illumina!
No. Why? Stop. Get away. Oh no.
Come on, it's time to fight, Illumina. It's time to fight.
Get away, please. Oh, I hate shields. No!
Come here!
No! Get away!
I feel like I have slowness when I'm chasing you. Come here! Come on, you gotta be low. Come on, turn around, Illumina. Give me a battle.
No.
That was good there. What was that strategy? Oh god. Okay, that worked slightly.
What? You have a pearl?
I have more pearls than you, apparently. Yes!
Oh!
GG! Nice job, dude. That was great. That was great. You got me close. You got me close. I was on 4 hearts. You got me close. The lava, if you had turned around when you placed that lava back then, I probably would have been dead.
Oh my gosh.
What would we be doing tomorrow?
Corpse bride.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
I didn't feel like moving all my shit today because I'm not doing anything, but my light is very light.
Yeah.
Do I look terrible? Am my camera presentable?
You look fine. How is Matthias host if he's not here?
I like your outfit.
Me?
Yeah. It's cute. You got the matching hair tie with the blue color.
Oh, okay.
Very cute.
For whatever reason, I wasn't on gallery, so I couldn't see that you two had shown up.
I'm the only important person you need to see.
Trying to decide whether is it better to dance in socks on carpet or barefoot on carpet. I can't decide which is worse.
Socks. Better at socks.
Socks are like slipping off my feet though in a weird way. I don't know. Fine. Everything's fine.
Carpet burn on your toes, and trust me, it's not a good feeling. Sarah, is it okay if I give like a little history intro for the Big Apple routine?
That would be beautiful since the one I prepared is kind of shitty, not gonna lie.
What did you prepare?
I just was gonna say like it was part of the movie Hell's a Poppin', Frankie Manning, but you always do a better job, so you should do it.
Actually, it wasn't part of Hell's a Poppin'. That's a different movie. It's actually part of Keep Punching.
Oh, great. I would have said that wrong. Thank you.
It's okay, I'll do a good intro. I just was really excited to do it because over the summer we attended a talk, which the person's, a lot of the talk, they focused specifically on Whitey's Lindy Hoppers, and they talked about this routine because there was a whole clusterfuck in Hollywood of what happened with it. And it works perfectly with the clip that you're going to show that's from that movie. And I wanted to like point out stuff from it because like the whole deal is that they were supposed to do a movie in Hollywood with Judy Garland. And that's why Frankie Manning put the routine together. But when Whitey came down to the Carolinas to watch filming and he saw the director give everyone else a break, including Judy Garland, but made all of Whitey's Lindy Hoppers keep dancing, he's like, no. were taking a break and they got into a major fight and it got that scene cut from the film. So the routine he put together was basically useless until an independent Black director in New York called White Hoppers and was like, hey, we're shooting a scene for a movie downtown. It's in 20 minutes. Can you make it? And that's why they didn't have costumes. They weren't well dressed. They were all wearing Whitey's Lindy Hopper t-shirts.
Okay.
Yeah. I just like that. So
That's cool though. I
it's
like
really cool.
history.
Anyways, fuck white directors.
I can't quite get it up to speed, but I feel like that's fine anyways, because I feel like it's just a lesson, you know?
Yeah. I thought it was interesting because I have all of that information already.
That's cool, then you should share it. I like your shirt, Pax. Thanks. Who's your favorite character? In that movie? I must know.
I feel basic, but I'm just thinking like Jack. I don't know.
Okay.
Didn't we already establish that you have main character energy?
Well, you claim that.
I think I've just proven more right by this. I think I just have little shit gremlin energy, and that's why I am Lock, Shock, and Barrel. All of them at the same time.
Yeah. But no, I don't know. I just find him really interesting.
I always thought the mayor with the two faces was funny.
I feel like I have a favorite of the townspeople, and I can't remember who. I love the band that is outside of his house because I like their versions of certain Christmas songs better.
Are you talking about their entirely in minor key Jingle Bells?
Wait.
Yes. Wait, no, their Here Comes Santa Claus is even better.
Oh, yeah, no, that one goes.
Sarah, are you in front of the piano right now?
Oh, yeah, this is my piano. Hello.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's not your room, as we've been seeing. This is a...
No, I figured it would be helpful to actually be able to see more than just like my lower body. So,
yeah, that's a good view. It's a very good view
it's a little janky, but
of your stairs and your front door or back door.
yeah. Was it look better if I move it over? I think it might. To move all my
I should drop the address, wink wink.
You want to come over for dinner, Katie?
I'd prefer that to this.
Aww.
I really would. Can I have real food, please? I want to cry.
Is this better than the other one? I feel like this is not any better, but this is the same.
No, tilt it down more so we can't see your feet.
Okay. I'm very nervous to teach this today because I feel very unqualified.
That's a good view.
Okay. Sure.
How's everyone's day going?
Yeah. We need to tell them about our new club members.
I just want to say really quick, I was looking in my notes trying to figure out the movie that the dance was cut from. And I looked up the movie, and the first thing that comes up is Judy Garland in very, very bad blackface. So kind of glad that it was cut. Wow, that's horrific.
Judy.
Judy, no.
Judy.
Anyone that got Halloween plans?
No more.
I'm gonna stand outside in a blow-up T-Rex top costume.
I respect that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna utilize most of my closet and just go as an e-girl.
That's fair.
I'm being Richmond. I'm doing something. I was thinking of watching a movie if anyone wanted to like cast a movie or something. I have a horror movie streaming service subscription, so you could do that. But I'm gonna be dressed up all day.
That's fun.
Yeah.
My professor has he wants us to wear costumes to our lecture on Friday. So my idea. Oh.
Sorry, I'm just practicing. Sorry, I was listening.
No, I saw Pax signing and I was trying to see what it said, but he went.
Live? Am I on focus? Hello everyone, I apologize for my shitty lighting. I am now blue, but welcome to Yukon Swingin' Blues live stream. I don't know what number it is, but we're very tired, but we're still doing our best. So this week, I just wanted to give a little bit of an intro because this is something I really, really love. Our lovely Sarah Marze is going to be teaching the first part of our Big Apple routine for our club, very complicated routine, but I just want to get into a little bit of like the story behind it. So the Big Apple routine was kind of conceived based on a lot of dancing happened in a place called the Big Apple Club in South Carolina. And it was kind of created by the same people who conceptualized the Charleston, years prior and brought up to New York. But this sort of dancing that was involved in the Big Apple Club was super, super, super popular, and everyone was trying to get it while it was like still very hot, very in, including Whitey, who ran the dance group Whitey's Lindy Hoppers. And this is kind of the story that is really interesting behind it, is because Whitey asked Frankie Manning, we all know and love Frankie Manning, to put together a routine based on these dance styles called the Big Apple routine. And people in Hollywood were like, hey, this is really, really hot right now. We want to get this in a movie. Do this dance for a movie. So everyone in Whitey's Lindy Hoppers was down in the Carolinas trying to film this movie called Everybody Sing. It has Judy Garland in it. It's also a lot of blackface in the movie, not great. But essentially what happened is Whitey comes down to the Carolinas to watch the filming, and the director gave everyone a break from filming, including Judy Garland, but he said, no, Whitey's Lindy Hoppers have to keep dancing. So Whitey was like, no, we're giving the dancers a break. And they went back and forth on this. They fought really bad on this. And what ended up happening is they filmed the scene, and when the film was released, they cut the swing scene, which was super terrible. But vindication. Sometime later, back in New York, Whitey gets a call from a Black director doing a movie called Keep Punching. It's a film for Black audiences. And he said, hey, we're downtown. Can you be here in 20 minutes to perform this routine? And he's like, okay, we're getting everyone down right now. So what happens in the movie Keep Punching, you see them do the Big Apple routine, but they're all wearing t-shirts that say Whitey's Lindy Hoppers because they didn't have time to get in costume. They didn't have time to get in fancy dress. 20 minutes, get downtown, be in this movie. And that was how we got to see this routine, being filmed without any Black stereotype blackface. It was a really incredible opportunity for Whitey's Lindy Hoppers. And I believe Sarah Marze had a clip show from the film. So I'll give a chance to pull that up. Matthias. But yeah, this is the clip from the Big Apple routine in the film. So you can kind of see them wearing t-shirts that say Whitey's Lindy Hoppers because they didn't have time to get in costume. So give that a second to pull it up.
Ladies. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight Baron Skinner has a little treat in store for you. The Big Apple contest.
It's the second we're having difficulties. Can we get the sound for this? But yeah, from what you can see, everyone is wearing, a Whitey's Lindy Hopper t-shirt. They're all the same thing because they didn't have time to get costume. They're all wearing like basic skirts and pants because, you know, they were just rehearsing that day. They didn't expect to get this gig. Yeah, this is a really incredible opportunity to see Whitey's Living Hoppers perform. You know, there's not many clips of them dancing, and this is one of the best, in my opinion. All right, we can stop that there. And I will let Sarah take over with the lesson for today. Sarah?
Hi, folks. Welcome to the Big Apple routine. This is the most ambitious crossover event of the century, Sarah and choreography. This is a little challenging for me, but that's good for you because I can break it down to like idiot level. So here we go. We're going to start with a very cute move called a shout. So all these moves basically start on the count on 8. So the count of 8, and then the next part goes on 1. So it goes 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, shout. Okay. So you do like a sort of jumping jack with your hands out like this. You shout, and then you bring it in, and you cross your arms, and you do a little pulse. So we have 3 counts of 8, and then you stop on 7. So it's 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shout. Shout. I lost count already, but we're just gonna keep going. 7, 8, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Awesome. So that's the first move. So we have 3 counts of shouts. Just to review again, you go out and in, and you pulse. Out. That's just like a fun little jumping jack. And in the movie clip, they have such high energy, but I'm not going to go like crazy because I have a whole 30 minutes to go to get through. So after the shout, we have a really fun break step, and this comes back twice in the routine in the first 30 seconds that I'm going to show you. Now, if you remember the shim sham, it's very similar to the shim sham break step. So you're going to jump on your right foot, right, and then wait. Sorry. Okay, so you jump on your right foot, land your weight on your left foot, kick with your right, and step again with you, and then you step again with your right, and then your left foot will be open. So in slow motion, that's right, left, kick, and switch. And then counts, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3. And then on 4, you cross over into a lock turn. 4, 5, 6, 7, and then prepare for the next move. So that all together, for that break step, is 5, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. Let's do that a couple times just so we can all do this together. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great. And that is the first little section. So remember, we have 3 counts of 8 shouts, and on 7, we prepare ourselves to go into that break step. So just doing that little section, we have 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great job. Okay. The next step we have are some funny little tacky annies. I don't know if they're tacky annies, but they remind me of tacky annies. So remember on 8, we just stopped here, and you're going to take your sassy left hand and your right foot and your hand on your hip, and you're going to go and slide. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we remember we did the lock step. Dun, 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 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, actually you don't do 1 and 8. You stop on 7. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On 8, you're gonna clap and jump. So this move is 8, 1, 2. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. You basically land on 2, although you can't really control the velocity of how far you jump. But the general idea is to land on 2, 2. Then we have 3, 4. 1 second. Yes. We have another one where we go. Yes. Another one we go 1, 2, 3. Sorry, that was 3, 4, and then you're gonna cross 5, 6, and then sort of sideways. You're gonna do a little step back and land. So all together from that jump with the clap. Not missing us. Okay. Let me have ready. From the count of 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll do that a couple times for you. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On 7, I'm sort of like using my momentum from that slide. I don't know if you can actually see it. Then I'm just sort of going yeet. I'm yeeting myself across the floor a little step. So let's do that section one more time. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great. We're gonna do that all together from the shouts at the beginning. You're doing great. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 2, 3, 5, 4, 6, 5, 7, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. That was like the first half, and the second half is easier, I think. That's the hard half. Okay. So once you're here, we did the 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you really want to move your body and just flash the tummy to the camera. That sort of level. You just really want to get into it, and you're snapping on the offbeats. So get into that. We did 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we have some weird boogie forwards where you're going to sort of pivot and go to the left. We have 1, 2. It looks like a weird calisthenic exercise, but when they do it in the movie, they're really moving their upper torsos. So it doesn't look as weird when I do it. So you just really got to get in the groove. And they're also doing this in towards the circle. So they're just really angling their heads towards the center, and it just looks so cool. But anyways, we're from there. We did 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Step with your right foot. 3, 4. Step with your left foot. 5, 6, 7, 8. So you just have a couple boogie forwards like that. I'm gonna do that whole combination again from the 5, 6 with the cross your leg over. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, step. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And on 8, you want to prepare yourself. You don't want to do one of these on 8, so just ignore what I just said. On 8, you want to clap, and then we're going to do some boogie backs. So we just boogie forward, 2, 3, and then we're going to boogie back. And a boogie back is just a step ball change. So you take your right foot, you can also do your left foot, but I like my right foot for this. So I'm going to kick, ball change, kick, step back, kick, step back. I'll practice it this way so you can see it a little better. Here, this way, this better. Okay. I'm going kick, ball change, kick, ball change, kick, ball change, kick, ball change. Practice that with me with the claps when you kick. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, 6, and 7. Again, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7. Awesome. Okay, what's next? Okay, after we do our boogie backs, we go into our apple jacks, which are super cute. And they do this with so much energy in the movie, and it's just the most wonderful thing ever. But how you do it is, the first step is you're going to sort of kick and fan your foot this way. So just practice that. Just brushing with your heel, like you would in tap, just brushing. And then you're going to step over here, and then we do this little twisty thing on the next counts. Okay, so with the hands, it's going to look like 5, 6, 7, 8. Step, 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 step. That's an apple jack, and you do 2 of those. So the rhythm is like apple jack, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then they do it, that was to the inside of the circle. And then to the outside of the circle, you just turn to your left or to your right. And then you're gonna go the same thing, which is you're gonna kick toward the inside leg and step, and then you're gonna do the little twisties. And then you do it again. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8, and step, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then after that, we have another break step. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, and 3. And then you want to step on 5. And then we do this thing called the gaze afar, where you're looking like a sailor. Then you peck your head, like, I think this one's so cute. So the whole combination with 2 apple jacks are, ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Oh, I just messed up that apple jack. One more time. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, and 3. Step, gaze afar. I'm gonna do that a couple more times just so you can get that. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, and 3. Step, gaze afar. One more time. I'm gonna do it a little faster because the tempo in the movie is just popping. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Okay. And that was the whole first 30 seconds or so of the Big Apple routine. Only hell knows how the Whiteys and Lindy Hoppers did that whole like 3 or 4 minutes or whatever without absolutely dying. But great for them, I guess. So I'm gonna walk you through the whole next half. I mean, not the next half, that whole half again. And we're gonna do it slowly, and then we're gonna do it up to tempo. Okay. So just a breakdown. We do 3 counts of shouts, ending on 7. We do a break step into our lock turn. We turn around, then we have our fun tacchianis, other side, tacchianis. And then we jump forward on 8. We switch your feet. We do another lock turn. Not really lock turn, but we step over. We do a little skip back. Then we have these fun things, and then we have the boogie forwards for like half an 8 count, and then we have our step ball changes back. Step ball change, step ball change, step ball change, step ball change. Then we have our apple jacks, the other apple jack, and then our break step again, and our gaze fars. Okay, let's do this. Okay, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Woo! Okay. That was it, folks. One more time, we're going to slow it down. And then should we do it one more time up to tempo? Okay, sounds good. Okay, so slow tempo. 5, 6, 7, 8. Shout in 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and step 2 and 3. Lock step 5, 6, 7, and tachyony 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Clap 1, 2. Switch, switch. Crossover. 2. Skip back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boogie forward, boogie forward, boogie forward, boogie. Clap and 1. Clap and 2. Clap and 3 and 8. And then we have our apple jacks. Apple jack 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Apple jack 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. That was that combination. Should we do it one more time slow or one more time fast?
Ladies,
one more slow. Okay, that's consensus. Okay. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2, 3, 5, 8. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's hard to do it slower, but there you go. Okay. That was kind of fast, but that was the whole first 30 seconds. Are we good to stop here? One more time. Oh, I don't know. It's the music in the movie is super fast, so this might not work, but we can try. You can watch me attempt.
gentlemen, tonight Baron Skinner has a little
I do it
treat.
like I'm gonna wait for the music to go.
The Big Apple Contest.
Too fast for me. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna call it a night, but if you want to practice on your own, look up that video from YouTube. But there we go.
Hi. Okay. So this is change of pace for the blues lesson this evening. That was a very high pace or fast paced, high energy thing. Tonight, this is not about a routine. This is very much focusing on one singular part of the body, and that is your hips. This is a combo of new moves and review and thinking about all the things that you can do with your hips in blues dancing. So there's going to be some moves from routines that we've learned, solo moves that I've taught, and then a couple new ones that aren't just solo moves, but you can do them on your own, or you could do it with someone else and have some fun. So let's get started with some basics. Okay, so you don't necessarily need to see my feet at the moment because it is hip time. It is hip central. Okay, so a lot of the things that we can do with the hips depends on whether we are leading or following with our hips. So leading with your hips means that your hips go first. So it is hip, then step, hip, then step, hip, then step, hip, then step. And you can do this in any direction that you want. It might be a little difficult forwards, but you can do it. You can lead into it like that. Hip and step, hip and step, hip and step. You can do it backwards. Hip back and step, hip back and step, hip back and step, hip back and step. To each side, just this little swaying motion is a good example of it. Who knows, even a diagonal, maybe rocking back and forth with your hips. Now that's leading with your hips. Following with the hips can happen in multiple ways, but the most common is with your feet. So I'll back up a little bit so you can see my mismatched Halloween socks. So following with the hips is step and then hip, step, then hip, step, then hip, step, then hip. So you're kind of sitting into where you just stepped. You're taking a step and you're saying, I kind of want to sit here. That's what you're doing. That's kind of how normal walking goes. Just a little more exaggerated if you're walking forwards. You generally take your step first and then the rest of your body follows. That is how most people walk. I don't know about all the viewers at home, but I generally walk with my feet in front of me. So you step and then follow, step, then follow, step, then follow. You can do it backwards. Step, follow, step, follow, step, follow. I don't know if you can see her, but my cat has joined us. My cats are over there. Hopefully there's not a lot of interference. Now, another way that you can follow, there she is. Another way you can follow with the hips is actually leading with your shoulders. What? You can lead with your shoulders? Yes, you can. And if you were here, please stop ripping the couch. If you were here in previous lessons, you'll know from the hound dog routine that you can very much lead with your shoulders. And so following with the hips, when you're leading with your shoulders, looks like shoulder first, then hips, then step. It's very much a wiggle. We called that move the squiggle, if you remember from the hound dog routine. It's very much shoulder, step, hip, shoulder, step, hip, shoulder, step, hip, shoulder, step, hip. So your hips are following behind two separate body parts. They are third in line. Shoulder, step, hip, shoulder, step, hip, shoulder, step, hip. And in the hound dog routine, this isn't just slow, it also goes fast. It does the slow, slow, one, boom. It goes quicker, slow, slow, quick, 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 quick. So these do not necessarily have to be slow. We are starting with slow blues moves, but you can pace them up. Do not feel constrained to how they've been taught to you. Swing and blues are very much about feeling the music and improvisation. Do what feels right, just like my cat is, by running around where I am. I've lost my train of thought. Come back into the station, please. Cats are very distracting. What else can I do with my hips? Hips. That's the theme of this lesson. It's like Sesame Street. What we're focusing on today, hips. A good example of sort of leading, sort of following. It's a little bit of a mix. Is the fishtail move that we learned earlier. Because although you are, I'm going to scooch back for feet visibility. So technically you are stepping before you move your hip. However, your hip is leading your foot to fully touch the ground again. So it's sort of a combo. 2-for-1 deal. You are stepping, but you're also still leading with the hip. So the fishtail, quick review, is a 2-legged move. In one, you are stepping and then leading back with the hip. And you're stepping so that you're on the ball of your foot, and you're slowly rolling your foot so it's flat on the ground. And then your ball of foot, rolling back while leading with the hip. Ball of foot, rolling back while leading with the hip. Ball of foot, rolling back with the hip. Now, the other leg that is not being stepped on at this time is doing a little turnout. You can't see my feet anymore. I'm farther back so you can. And you're just doing a little turnout. So when you do this, you are turning on your non-stepped on foot. It's turn and that. Turn. And so that is a smooth fishtail. That nice kind of rolling back while turning out the other foot. Rolling back while turning out the other foot. All the while, you are sitting with your hip. That's part of what makes it a fishtail. You gotta sit with the hip. Now, another variation of this move is the broken fishtail, which is generally used for faster paced songs, and it's less of a gentle, I'm reclining now, I'm going to sit back and lounge. It's much more of a, you've been knocked into your seat. You are sitting very quickly. You're going bop, bop, trying to move people out of your way with your hips. Bop, bop. It is important to know it's also accompanied by this arm shape. So you are very much trying to keep people out of the way. So those are great things to do with your hips, and those are things that we have previously learned. Now this is something new-ish. We've learned a variation of it in the hound dog routine, but this is the original move. And it can be done solo, or it can be done with a partner, so it's versatile. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do our little hop to get into our athletic stance, Gotta pulse to the imaginary music, the beat of our own drums, feel the music of nature. So once you're bopping and you're, getting down into the ground, this move, you gotta start swinging your hips in a circle, bringing it around town. And what is this move called? The mess around. So you're messing around town. And you can do the other way back. Look at that. Bouncing, bouncing. Now, the only thing to note that's different for leaders and followers in this move is that the leaders, they have to swing their hips back first. So they're not pushing it forward, you know, like the classic SpongeBob bringing it around town. They're not going front first. The leaders have to go back. They go back first, and that's kind of go that way. You don't only go right to go back, you can also go left to go back. Woo. Whereas the followers, they go front first and then back. Front first and then back. So when you're together, your hips are kind of moving in unison like this, like a big circle together. That's not the only way that you have to do this, but well, you don't only do it in place though. You're not standing in place, kind of just having a hula hoop contest with your swing partner or your blues partner. You can also travel with it. You know, it's a good one. So if you're bouncing, you're stepping side to side, you can start kind of doing this, messing around. And the other way, just making up some music for myself. Not really blues music, it's just the music of my heart. And you can travel with this. It might look a little silly, but you could travel with it if you wanted to. Travel this way. Travel back. A little easier if you're the leader to do this. And then travel forwards if you're the follower. Ooh. Now this kind of seesaw motion that's going on, because my hips are not moving separately to the rest of my torso. It's more like a seesaw. When my hips go back, my chest goes forwards. And then chest goes back, hips forward. And it's in a swinging motion. So I'm like the seesaw went in a circle. That's kind of what's happening. There's no distinction between hip and spine. It is all moving together at angles. But a variation of this move that you can do is to isolate your hips. And what you do with this is, instead of just kind of swinging your body around, you just kind of push your hips forward to the side and then back to the other side and then forward again. So you go, well, if you're a follower, you start forward. So you go forward, side, back, side, forward, side, back, side, forward, side. And if you were the leader, you'd start going back, side, front, side, back. And then if you do this quickly, you go forward, side, side, forward, back, side, forward. And then as you keep going quicker, it just becomes kind of this. The kind of comes. That's not a word. And then you can do it the other way back. So that's kind of separate, and you can kind of, start traveling with that. Suppose it all depends on your comfort level with your partner if you really want to do the isolated hip movements together. And that leads us into how it connects back to the hound dog routine, because the variation, remember them leading with the shoulder move? Well, then the second half of the hound dog routine, there's a variation on it that goes shoulders leading, and then when it gets to the quick part, you go quick, 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 quick. So you start messing around. You were squiggling, and now you're messing. You're messing your squiggles. And so in the hound dog routine, shoulder, foot, hip, shoulder, foot, hip, and then all of a sudden it's messing around. And now in the choreography of the routine, it is much more of all the cats are here tonight. It is much more the isolated hip movement version rather than the whole body torso swinging around. So what he does is shoulder, shoulder, isolated hip swings, shoulder, shoulder, isolated hip swings. And so that's how it works with Mr. Dexter Santos, who also is the one that I saw demos, these new moves that I'm telling you about today. We're learning from the man himself through me. And this brings us to the next new move, which is called the grind. Woo. And so the grind, you got to get into that same side to side step motion, right? You're already leading with the hips. What were you going to do? When you take that step, you're going to take your hip and you're going to kind of make an arc with it. So you kind of push it out, up, and down. Out, up, and down. Out, up, and down. Out, up, and down. So that's the grind. And you might be saying to yourself, this doesn't really feel like a grinding motion. You know, I kind of feel like a cowboy who's been on a horse too long. That's not grinding. Well, this is a two-person dance move. And that, I think, is where the name comes from, because you and your partner are doing this simultaneously. So that can travel in any direction you want to. You can go up, around, and back, up, around, and back, up, around, and back, up, around, and back. You can go up, around, forwards, up, around, forwards, up, around, forwards, up, around, forwards. You can go to the side, like we were demonstrating with a little side to side step, but you can also go, ooh, the cats are fighting. You can also go more in one direction with it, you know, that way, and then kind of stop, longer step here, then kind of back, inching my way out of frame, start moving back so you can see more of me, and then you can go the other way, up around to the side, and then kind of a smaller one, then up around to the side, a smaller one, up around to the side, smaller one, up around to the side. And so this is the grind. It can go as fast or slow as you want it. You know, you're really trying to, might take some balance, do it kind of slowly, you know, depending on the song. Whereas you can go as quick as you want, you know, real fast song, woo. So that is fun you can have with hips. In blues dance. There are other ways to have fun with hips that are not involved with blues dancing. But, so just a quick review of what has been learned this evening or reviewed this evening is that you can lead with your hips and you can follow with your hips. You can follow in third place. There can be as many things leading your hips as you want there to be. So leading with the hips looks like your hip goes and then you step, hip goes and step, hip goes and step. Look at how similar that is to the grind in of itself. The grind is a hip leading dance. Yes, like a pepper grinder, as all my board members are saying. So there's that, which that's just the side to side. The grind is much more up and out. Exaggerated swaying, you may say. And then there's also following with the hips. Are you helping? There's a cat. They just want to learn how to blues dance, I think. Are you going to say hi to the people? Okay, she's saying hello. Baby, what is it? Go away. Okay. It is safe for me to start dancing again. Cats do not like it when you step on them. All right. So we were at leading with the hips. Now, what about, well, another way to lead with the hips is that good old fish tail that we talked about earlier. Review. Well, it's the combo. It's the step, but then leading with your hip. Step, then leading with your hip, because you're still kind of leading that way. And that was the smooth fish tail that night. I need to stop coming so close you can't see my feet. The smooth fish tail is that nice kind of roll back on your foot with your hip. Roll back while your other foot swivels. Whereas the jagged fishtail is much more of a bop. You're bopping people out of the way. You got your arms out and you're going bop, 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 bop. So smooth. People like to wiggle their arms with this one. And then the jagged with your arms out. Bop, 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 bop. So that is leading with the hips. Now it's time to get on to following with the hips. And that is where our shoulder squiggles come in. So, like the hand dog routine, your shoulders go first, and then you step, then hip. Shoulder, step, hip. Shoulder, step, hip. Shoulder, step, hip. Shoulder, step, hip. And you can make this as exaggerated or as unexaggerated as you desire. Do not harm yourselves by stretching too far this way or this way. Do what is in your capabilities. You can do a little gradual one, still kind of nice. It's better for the fast ones to do kind of smaller ones so you're not overextending your muscles. You know, for the quick ones, it's easier to go quick, 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 rather than, you know, if your shoulders are all the way out here, it's easier to get them, you know, back here as opposed to over there. And so that's more following with the hip. Because you lead with your shoulders, then you can also lead with your feet. Where that is step and sit, step and sit, step and sit, step and sit. And now there's a move that kind of lives in between. Not really sure how to categorize this as leading or following, and that is the mess around. Because your hips are kind of just going everywhere, all at once. Who's leading, who's following? Who knows? They're messing around. And that is, you jump into your athletic stance, got your weight on the ball of your foot, and as you're bouncing, those hips start a-swinging. Your hips start swinging. You can go front first if you're a follower, but if you're a leader, you need to go back first. And you can travel anywhere you like with this. You can travel to the side, travel to the side, travel to the other side, travel to the other side, travel forwards, travel forward, travel back, travel back. You can probably travel diagonal with this. Woo! backwards diagonal. This is a very versatile move because circles can extend in any way, shape, or form. They are circles. They have no front nor back. They are the same all around. And then that gets us into the isolated hip messing around. And so for that, if you can't just kind of naturally separate your hips, a good way to get them separated is something I learned in an acting class, where you push your hips forward and then to the side, back, to the side, forward, to the side, back, to the side, and you do it double time. Forward, side, back, side, forward, side, back, side. And then you just kind of start doing that smoothly. And then you can do it the other way. And for the leads, you would go back, side, forward, side, back, side, forward, side, back, side, forward, side, back, side, forward, side, and then smooth it out. So now that you got your hips all isolated, you're in that athletic stance again, you start moving from side to side. Let's say you're leading, or if you want to follow, you can follow, but I'll be leading. So you go step, and then you're back, and your shoulders are kind of staying in place, but you're going, about half your body is moving a lot around the center of gravity that you got going on. Shoulders are not moving. You can go the other way. Swivel those hips around. We see that in the hound dog routine. Again with the squiggles, but with a variation on the squiggles in the second half after the freestyle segment. That is not a blues move that I just did. That was just me vibing. In the second half of the hound dog routine, he does the shoulder lead-ins. And then when he gets to the quick part, he does some isolated hip swivels for 4 counts. So it's shoulder lead, hip swivel, shoulder lead, hip swivel. The isolated hip swivel, as opposed to what I like to refer to as the seesaw hip swivel, because it is like you are on a seesaw, except for it's rotating. This is what it looks like from the side. I should have given you a side view for my explanation. Seesaw, you're like one plank of wood being rotated around the center, other way back. Whereas the isolated hips, it is just these hips that are moving. And the other way. There we go, better view of my hips. And unless there are questions, things you would like for me to go over again, that is all the things. Those are all the ways that you can use your hips in blues dance.
Should I close out this lesson then? In me. All right. Thank you, Pax and Sarah, for your wonderful lessons. Sarah, I could tell you were getting out of breath with that big upper routine. I do not blame you. It looks physically intense, and I am scared. I'm scared. And Pax, them hips, incredible. As always, incredibly skilled. Just a little round of applause for our dancers. We're really pulling through the semester. So thank you, everyone, for watching our live stream lesson today. Again, just to review, we went over the first half of the Big Apple routine, and we learned some stuff like the mess around and the grind. Definitely stuff that's going to be really fun to incorporate with partner dancing, which will hopefully be back in the future because we all miss it. I cannot tell you how badly I miss it. But we'll sneak peek, spoiler alert for next week. Our lovely Katie will be teaching the second half of our Big Apple routine. And I will be teaching some moves called the mooch and the step touch. Very excited, very exciting. Can't wait to dance again. Love the church dances. But thank you guys for watching our lesson this week. We are Yukon Swingin' Blues, and good night.